YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV. It's very difficult times, but my thoughts are definitely with you. I mean, in the midst of tragedy and the loss, to have all this confusion out there, it really is horrible. And it just marred the memory of a friend and marred the memory of one of the greats, you know.
Yeah, and like I said, that's the reason why I don't even speak that other name, you know, because that other name is not on the level of even being spoken on, you know what I'm saying? Amongst my people or off the record, yeah, of course, a lot of names are kicked around, you know, or even if me and you are kicking it off the air or whatever, a lot of names are kicked around openly, but just on radio, TV, and records and all that stuff, that name will never come out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessary because, like I said, you have to be on my level to be spoken upon, and you know what I'm saying. And I mean, Tim, you and I know you know who's on my level and who's not.
Yeah. It really is. It's just marred a memory, man. And it's just a sad.
Yeah, it's sad, man.
Yeah,
It's sad. Oh, I'm hurting every day, dog.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at old footage of us. I was just watching a show we did in 1992 at Emerald City, which was a hip-hop club back in the day. It was predominantly Latino, but, you know, and looking at the footage and the girls were wearing the door knocker earrings, you know, the real hip-hop uniforms, you know what I'm saying, the big door knockers and the gold, and that's when, you know, everybody had the nose rings and the Nefertiti chains and all, you know, and all those pieces, and just watching all that. And the illest part is watching how much fun Guru is having backstage. We're joking around and acting silly. He's doing his push-ups. We're sitting next to each other, cracking jokes and punching each other in the chest, and, you know, just being silly. You don't see him looking like he don't want to be next to me or he can't stand me or anything like that. You see us enjoying ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So that is another thing. Like, even when I saw Guru on an interview, well, it wasn't an interview. I think it was something that was typed up. I've been just scanning all the internet, just watching all this crazy stuff, and it was something where he said to the effect of, you know, me and Premier never hung out, and it's like, yeah, we did. We hung out a lot. We hung out too much. It was, you know what I'm saying, like, there's not anybody in our era that wouldn't say they wouldn't see us together. And we may not have gone out together every single day, but now on top of that, to live together from 88 to 93, how would we be living together if we didn't really hang out? We just come to the studio, make a record, and then it's like, goodbye, I'm not saying anything to you? Come on, we all hung. We used to roll deep. Westwood, you know how we used to roll.
Yeah, I was there.
You know we used to be thick. We used to have 100 deep and get everybody in the club, no problem. And never had no fights and in the club, nothing. Everybody just showing us love, and it was always peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Always peaceful. And the fights that we did have, we were right back in the lab making bangers, not no whack shit. We're making bangers. Yeah. And then another album, and another tour, and another album, and another tour. You know, you ain't gonna do that much stuff if our love and our bond wasn't deep. A deep bond is the only way that type of stuff can come off like that. Otherwise, you know, it deteriorates. You know, so we all just don't understand how they got so strange, because none of us from his past were around and witnessed one iota. But all the hearsay makes you be like, are you serious? Like, this is what's going on with him? You know, we just hear all this crazy stuff about him, and I'm like, nah, not my dude, because my dude stands up and fights. All the years I've been with him, he stands up and fights. He'll crack you over there with a bottle. I know Guru, you know what I'm saying? Like, he will crack you over there with a bottle. I always say he's like Della Reese in Harlem Nights, when Eddie Murphy hit Della Reese with the trash can and she gets back up. He goes, oh, you want to hit people with garbage cans. It's like, oh, shit, this bitch is back up. And you know what I'm saying? And then they start knuckling it out. That's how Guru is. You can run over him with a Mack truck, a steamroller, and drop a building on him like the Empire State Building and flatten him. And he's going to get up and go, that's all you got? That's the Guru I know.
Yeah.
I got 2 big marks on the top of my right hand where he bit me when I had him in a chokehold, trying to choke him out from when we had a fight one night. We all drunk in the house, and, you know, that dude will not bow down. That's why when you start hearing all this, him, you know, being controlled and all this crazy stuff, it's like, nah, that's not Guru. That's somebody else. because that's not what we've ever witnessed or ever seen. No matter how many fights and brawls, and we've been in brawls with other people in clubs, not even with each other, with other people, and people will tell you how wild he is and how he'll curse you out in your face and dare you to do something. Like, that's the guru I know and love. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to cherish and continue to believe that guy, because the one I saw in the hospital before he passed is not the guy I know.
I feel for you, man. Hey, Premier, thank you very much for spending time, man. I appreciate that, man. And
Without a
you know,
doubt, Westwood, you already know, man. You're from the beginning of hip hop culture. You know that. Not everybody can be co-signed for really being down. You always down, man. So that's the reason why I give you this interview. I'm not trying to interview with 20,000 people about the same old questions and answers. You know, and again, you are entitled to that. That's the reason why I gave you that interview, and you know, you're welcome to it anytime. You already know how we get down.
Thank you, fam, and we're there for you through this difficult time, brother.
Yeah.
We
keep in positive thoughts, man. Like for one, it's Gang Starr for life. Number two, before anything, I love Guru and I miss him so much. I'm still hurting that he's gone. I can't believe it. Like, I still can't believe it. But I still got to continue on because that's what he would want to do if the shoe was on the other foot. And on top of that, Gang Starr is just too big of a legacy to be just stopped and never spoken about again. You know what I'm saying?
Or corrupted, yeah.
You can't take away, like he said, you can't take away the furious force of his rhymes, and you can't take away all the stuff he's done in his lifetime. And he said that in 1998. You know what I mean? And everybody knows in my crew in 1998, I left the group first. I quit Gang Starr because I wanted him to stop drinking, because he was out of control, and I wanted him to live a longer life. So I quit the group to show him that his drinking had to stop. And Biggest Gord, who was up there with me recently when we were at your show with Nick Jarvis, you know, Gordon, you know, pretty much just stayed on me about reconsidering. And then that's right around the time Guru's trial was coming out, which is why we named the album Moment of Truth. And I said, you know what? That's my brother. I'm going to support him. And I said, yo, man, I want back in. And I jumped back in the group, and Moment of Truth was really our most successful album ever in our history.
Yes.
And did it sound like we had problems? Nah, we sounded like we were solid. Then Full Clip came after that, solid. Then the owners, solid. You know, and then our tours, all of our tours made money. It wasn't like no money was being earned. We made money on all these tours. So that's another thing. You know, like, it wasn't like we weren't successful. We were successful, and that enabled him to be able to do his side things. Guru had cars, houses. Sometimes Guru had better houses than I had. I was like, damn, man, you always find the dope cribs. He always had very dope cribs. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, me, I'm just a basic guy. I'm like, yo, just give me a little pad where I can rest up, and I'm good, you know. So I'm not all lavish and all that stuff. You know, that's just not my style. I'm a car guy. And I like my watches, you know, and my little jewelry, you know, little trinkets and stuff. But other than that, I'm very, very, very down to earth. I'm from Texas. I'm a country boy. I ride horses. I like going to rodeos. You know, that ain't nothing. That ain't no secret. And you know, but also love hardcore hip hop. And then I'm also a real nigga. So there's all those sides to me, and none of it is anything I'm trying to keep away from the public. You know, do the research, check the high school, the elementary school I went to, all that stuff is fine by me. You're going to hear nothing but good things about me because my soul is content with myself, and the reality of how I'm living is content. So there's nothing to be ashamed of, and I'm not embarrassed by my past. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I like to go to porn conventions, and I like to, you know, I like to have my little yak and my little Jack Daniels and my Crown Royal every now and then, and puff a couple trees here and there. After that, I'm good money. And then it's time to have the babies, and now it's have these kids rolling around and carry on the Premier name. I'm good from there.
Oh, brother, thanks for your time, man. Good to speak to you.
Yes, sir. I'll talk to you later, Mr. Westwood. Much love, and we'll get up on the later note, my brother.
Thank you, brother. Thanks. Much love.
In a minute.
Thank you. YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV.